Pappy out, let's talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Oh, Pappy out, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for Pappy.
Happy Hour. Your hosts, Lucas Budde and Eric Thompson. Ready for that riff? Oh, man.
Oh, Adam Budde, my Irish twin.
I'll tell you what, it was apparent.
It was. Hopefully we'll get some video out there for this episode, and you guys will be able to see how close he's a handsome guy. Okay, I just gotta say that.
Good looking dude. Hey, more importantly, great stories.
Great stories, man. He didn't
Aubrey,
hold back.
Addison, Bryce, super.
Just great kids, and just such a pleasure and an honor to have my brothers come on this show and be able to tell their stories and share those with people. And I'm glad you're getting to know some of my family as well.
Thanks, Trey. Well, we're looking forward to visiting outside of Atlanta and heading to the Rusty Frog. If you're in the neighborhood, do stop by. It sounds like it's a good time.
Yeah. All right.
And if you got kids, they got the tadpole for them to celebrate in. You'll hear. All right.
You guys enjoy Adam.
Here's Adam. Cheers.
All the time. We'll get into all that stuff. I would just want to, up front, just come clean. The other day, I texted Adam. He actually texted me. He's like, all right, are we doing this thing? I was like, yeah, this Sunday. He's like, well, you said February 25th. And I was like, if I said that. And he just copied and pasted.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool.
You're found out, man.
I felt like such an idiot, but thanks for being so cool.
There was no if.
There was no if. I absolutely said it. I scrolled back up and I was like, oh, shit, I'm such an idiot.
Then he didn't say shit to me the rest of the day. Like,
I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed. Adam was cool about it. He could have really gave me shit for it, but
that's coming down the line.
I know.
No, actually, I come out to Truman later that night. He was over here. We was drinking a few beers. I said, "You believe what that motherfucker
did?" Oh man. Well, yeah. Did you hear Truman's episode the other day? Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Nice. So you kind of know what we do as far as the conversation goes. We just jump into it. I know a little bit of your story. Eric knows none of it, and the people listening don't know any. So take us back. You were a young dad. What was life like? Who were you before you became a father, before Aubrey?
I just wanted to grow up real fast. I still don't know why. I just wanted to get out of mom and dad's house. I mean, not against them. I just wanted to go start my own life, So I got married. I was 19, Tim was 18. Yeah. No, I may have been 20, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
It's in 2004. I just wanted to grow up and be a man, and
what better way to do it than having kids?
Yeah, right. But so really no frills. Just, hey, I'm grown up. I want to be a man. I'm out of the house. And then had you already started doing construction throughout high school or growing up, or?
No, it's actually, I was tired of it. I was going to be a fireman like Truman.
Oh, okay.
I thought that'd be the way to go. And shit, I wish I'd never done it. Because being a fireman and having kids, you just can't afford to do that.
Right.
I mean, it's there. You see a lot of stuff, and I mean, also, I mean, at the beginning making that money, but also, I imagine that affected you through the incidences that you ran into and traffic calls and fires and stuff like that, and having a kid. It was hard.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely times, especially when you get calls on children, that it would aggravate the situation. I think, I don't know. So I played fireman for 12 years, and then got out of that.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we had kids all during. Aubrey's 19.
Wow.
And then so 16. So we've had kids since 2006.
Yeah.
You have a 19-year-old and I have a 20-month-old. So I don't know. Did you ever think I was going to have a kid at all?
I figured you would
eventually.
at some point.
Either by accident or on purpose.
Or just borrow one from a park.
Yeah.
What was so being that adult and man right away, you got married at 19 or 20, and then how quickly, it sounds like within a year or two, you had Aubrey. And so was that also part of the plan for me to be a man or would also to be a dad?
To be clear, I said I wanted to be an adult, wanted to be a man. Buying a house and moving out right after high school, getting married, I don't think made me one. Thought I was for many years. But I don't think I really became a man until I became a father.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhat when I became a husband, but I can even remember that first night being married and we come home to this house and I was like, holy shit, I got to take care of her forever.
Right.
And that was just a wife.
Yeah.
Becoming a dad was, probably it was most definitely the scariest day of my life.
Right.
Just the process, of the birth. It didn't go as planned. So that was, like I said, and then they let us come home with her, and I was like, holy shit.
Right. Yeah. You're allowing me to leave and bring her with me? Oh, man. I feel so safe here, please. That was our feeling, too. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So take us through that day, if you don't mind. It sounds like it didn't go quite as planned. Were you excited, though, to be a dad? And then,
Oh, yeah. We're super excited to have kids. Like I said, we wanted all the things early, I guess so we could enjoy it. I'm 41 and Bryce was 16, so we're about done with these shit kids, I say that I love them to death.
Yeah,
but now, so we went in and they induced Tana. I don't remember all the details, but I know that it didn't go as planned. Aubrey was breech.
Oh, wow.
So they had to do an emergency C-section, which, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't familiar with that process or none of it,
Right.
And then when they delivered Aubrey, that I can remember Dr. Morton was over there. You remember Dr. Morton?
I don't remember Dr. Morton.
He was over there and he said, "Come on, Aubrey, don't do this to me." And that really, my heart just sank.
You don't want to hear a doctor talking like that.
No. And so, man, I remember when she cried for the first time. That's, they're trying to get her breathing.
Yeah.
Long story short, man, it's just been.
What was that
awesome.
feeling like when you heard her cry after being so scared for a while? Like, how did that feel?
Well, so through all I'm going to use the word trauma, I guess, loosely. It wasn't trauma like from the instance of a car accident or something, but it was just the whole situation. But I'm scared to death for my wife,
right?
Yeah,
because I know her and I know I love her, and this kid that I'm about to meet, but I already know that I love it. You know, so it's just really, which one are you worried about more? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know how I even could tell how you balance that, but I was just extremely. It was not a fun evening.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
What time was she born? You remember, is it night?
I think it was around 8:00 at night or something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys get any sleep that night at the hospital?
I'm sure I did.
I was fine.
Wow.
And then you guys left and went home, and I know you said a lot of our experiences are like, I can't believe you're letting us out of the hospital with this kid. What was the first couple of weeks like when because you were still working at the fire department, and were you able to be there and be home and hang out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I probably took a week or so off, just the way the shifts worked out. So, but we've always had such a close family that, we had all the support and sometimes more than we wanted at times. Sometimes it's like, y'all go the hell home.
Yeah, totally.
Let us figure it out. I'm a figured out person.
Right,
I've done a lot of shit the hardest way you can possibly do it. But I've always figured it out. You know.
And then once you figure it out, you have that pride of going I figured this out. This was my way of doing it.
Yeah. I'm grateful for help. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, for sure. But it feels good. It feels good. Pride's not always necessarily a bad thing. I think it's like the sense of accomplishment that I hope that our kids have. That being, Stella recently has started saying, "I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck," and it's so cute. But it's also there's sometimes where I'm like, you're not. You're buckled into the seat. I did this on purpose. You're not stuck.
Yeah.
But learning that, and I tell her, even though she's 20 months, and I don't know if she understands it yet, but you're only ever really stuck in your head. Like, you can figure it out. Like,
Yeah, she'll get that.
shut up, Eric.
Do they still make you take? I remember before we had River Kids. Actually, we had to watch the same car seat video on how to strap a car seat in and put a kid in.
Oh my God.
It was the same video for all three kids, and I think it was the same video that they probably filmed when you and I were born.
Oh, that's so funny.
But they would not let us leave. Remember, that was a hang-up until we watched the video.
That's amazing. We did not. And
you didn't have to?
They didn't even walk us out. There was nobody. And as Kristen said, why is there nobody checking us to make sure this is our baby or that we're even ready to leave? And we just went out. I just remember driving so slowly home, just going, I don't know. And Kristen's in the back just going, I still can't believe they let us out without checking in on us, you know?
Jeez.
They're just like, get out of here. You're done.
Was it the same way with Addison? How was that different, that experience different?
So we actually, for Addison and Bryce, we just scheduled C-sections. So it was actually pretty neat. We just made appointments.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have a baby next Saturday at 1:00, and then we'll be home on like Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But no, it was, I mean, man, I heard Truman mention, even talking about having a second one, even though his was a boy. You love them all the same, but different.
Yeah.
And you really figure that out when they develop the personalities. Just the first time you think, okay, they're going to be their personality,
Yeah.
We knew right away that Aubrey was the softie, and she's going to cry about everything.
Yeah.
And Addison don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, you know Luke.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. They're all very, very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like, the early years of having, because they're all like decently close within a couple years of each other. Like, what was those first few years of raising those kids like for you?
Just fun. I wish you could have about 10 years of those at those ages.
Right. Yeah.
From 3 to 10. If you could have just pause time for a little bit. I mean, it's all fun. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, sure.
I remember the different stages. When you stopped, when they could buckle themselves in a car seat,
Right.
that was huge.
Yeah.
When you didn't have to take a diaper bag anymore, that was huge.
Yeah.
When you didn't even have to use a car seat,
Right.
or even when you could forward face, it was huge.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like all those monumental those things. I was just like, it's going to get easier.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for these people that have a 19-year-old and have another one. I'm like,
Right.
We just talked to a guy a second ago who's got a 14-year-old and a 14-month-old.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
What a change, right?
Just right back out into the fire.
So what, we haven't really asked parents this. I know Lucas just had, Stella had her first real significant illness. I remember in my house, if one of the boys was sick, most everybody was sick.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that of you probably did, but of like all three kids maybe with the flu at once where there's just stuff being sprayed everywhere?
Ugh.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, especially with ours, it's close. I mean, the girls are 21 months apart, and then Addison and Bryce were 17 months. So whatever that math is. But I remember one time I used just a connection I had at one of the local pharmacies and just got like bulk amoxicillin.
Totally.
The powder amoxicillin. So then we could just mix. You knew the symptoms. They're going to. And so you didn't have to go to the doctor every time. And I mean, but yeah, you just it's going to happen.
I mean, you got a family of that size. You don't have time for like to like just wait it out.
Right.
Just try to knock it out as quickly as possible.
Well, and I love too what you said. I mean, buy in bulk. When an illness happens, it's going to be everybody. Your one box of tissues isn't going to assist you in any way.
Right.
So stock up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Damn. So now they're teenagers.
Right.
Aubrey is in college, and Addison's about to be there. And Bryce is 16, driving. I mean, he's probably been driving since he was
12,
8, 6, something like that. So what has life been like since then? Or what have you learned throughout the years? Give me some wisdom brother.
So of course with Aubrey, Aubrey was the first to get a license, and it was just nerve wracking.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank God we have Life 360 nowadays, and I don't know how our parents did it. I mean, I wasn't just a hellraiser, but I don't know how they did it. And my kids aren't either. But just we had a system, even though we had Life 360, but we had a system where Aubrey, she would text us before she left the house, text us from A to B. She's always texting. And Addison, we did too, and then Bryce is kind of like, we still got that rule, but it's not as enforced. It's just, and I think that's the way with every kid in every phase of or you start having multiple kids.
Right.
But then so Aubrey is in college. And then everything's going good, and then you have a Thursday night like I had this week, and she calls me and says, "Hey, what do you think about me going to New Orleans?" And I was like, "No, it's a shithole. You're not going." And she's like, "Well, we're leaving in the morning."
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't really want my permission. You just wanted to.
Yeah. She just, but she had to understand too that, okay, you're going, that's fine, but you're not getting my buy-in. I still don't want you to go. I want you to have fun. I want you to be careful, but I don't want you to go. And that's what, she's real soft, Eric. So it really kind of hurt her feelings. And I said, listen, life's going to be like this.
Right.
You're going to ask for my support and things, and you're going to decide to do them anyway, but that doesn't mean I love you any less.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't want you to go to New Orleans.
Right.
She's on her way back right now. So.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's what we told the boys. Just like, hey, we may not always agree with the choices you're making, but we're always going to love you. That's never something in question. But yes, oh my gosh, some of the questions I can still remember. Nathan, I think it was junior or senior year, he and his buddy, the hip thing to do at that time was to climb cranes. And
climb cranes
to the top and even hang off of them.
Oh my God.
So they climbed up a crane, but they got busted. Cops saw them, and so they had to come down. But it's just like, I remember getting a call at 1 a.m. going, police. Oh, I mean, I shit myself. I was like, you never want to hear from the police, right? I only could think of the worst. And then they told me he got caught. And I'm just like, okay, so he's alive. He's fine. You didn't find him at the bottom of it, which is great. But I mean, just, stupid things. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so actually they're all three in college to some degree. Addison, she's got accepted to West Georgia too.
That's awesome. What's she going to study?
So I think she's actually going to go for nursing as well.
Nice.
That's already started out, and then she changed her major to mass communications. I think is what it is.
She's been helping us actually. She's been helping Pappy Hour.
That's right. And then Bryce, he's in tech school for welding. He's been there a year now.
Oh,
so he's doing
great choice
from high school. He actually doesn't even go to high school this semester. He's just going to college this semester. So
that's incredible. How are you feeling as far as like
he's a do-it-all hustler? Yeah, I mean, Addison's she's our, she likes sports. She's done with volleyball. So, but she works full time pretty much at the tanning salon up in town. And then Bryce, he'll buy something for you for $1 and sell it for $100. I mean, that's what he does. He's out there for the day trying to get a Jeep going that he brought home last week. So.
Brilliant. Yeah, well, it sounds like you've raised driven kids. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, that's all we can ask for, right? And so how are you feeling about this? I mean, you've got a second one going to university. You've got another one who will have a dual diploma and a certification in welding when they're finished. They're going to be ready to
you might have a little empty nest here pretty soon. Are you excited about that?
Yeah. I hope. I hope they don't. Aubrey's moving out next August.
Nice.
And that's kind of not really an argument. Me and Tana's been going back and forth. Tana told me the other day she's going to move her bed and her dresser and her what do you call it, makeup stand, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I said, no, she's not. We're going to buy her all new because if she wants to come home, I want it to be convenient for her to come home.
Right,
what I'm saying? So, me and Tana enjoy the freedom we have now. Just get in a car, we can go to, eat something or, go hang out with our friends, or if we want to go somewhere for the weekend or, whatever. But like I said, I wish I had about 10 years of the times when they could walk walk and do all some of the stuff by themselves. Teach them how to ride a bicycle again, and stuff like that. But it's fun watching them grow up. Man, I just want my children to be a contribution to society and not a burden.
Totally.
So I don't really care what their career is as long as they have one. I mean, that's just all I can ask for.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's where my boys are. Yeah. I've got one who's just started a career, and the other one is graduating university this month, or in May. It's just like, wow. But to go to your question of, are you looking forward to the empty nester? I just remember dropping Ryan off at his first day of university. Chris and I got back at about 4:30, and she's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Shit, it's happy hour. There's nothing stopping us. Let's go." It was great. So we were living it up for about the first month until we got both bills from universities. We're like, that's a lot of money.
We're gonna have to start having happy hour at the house.
It's gonna be a home happy hour for sure. But
that's why I built the Rusty Frog, Luke.
Oh, I know. Listen, if you're ever out in Waco, Georgia, and you have Adam's permission, obviously, come by the Rusty Frog. It's this excellent venue that he built right outside of his house. It's such a cool spot, man. It's honestly,
when we had little kids, I didn't want to go to the bar and stuff like that. Our friends our age were having kids, and so I mean, essentially, I just built a bar in my backyard.
Beautiful,
and then when the kids got bigger, my dad had come across a playground he was demoing at a school, so I went and got it and put it up in my backyard. So the kids had it was just a massive playground.
At one point, you had the Junior Frog, which was like a chicken coop that you turned into like a like a little club for them, right?
That was Bryce's invention. So Tana went through the backyard chickens, and so we built this nice chicken coop. And then when we didn't have chickens anymore, the Bryce and Braxton and Addison, all them built the tadpole, I think is what they called it.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Right, and doesn't that just give you, joy? Those are the things that it's just the kids becoming creative and going, hey, these parents seem to have or be enjoying themselves. Let's make one for us, right?
Actually found out not too long ago, I think it was either Bryce or Braxton spilled the beans out of Mom and Dad. They used to come up there and get our empty beer bottles. They was very specific. They got bottles and not cans so they could crush the glass so we could never find it. Down there. So
that's so
smart, man. Listen, you gotta I don't know, kids are
they're ingenious, man. They're ingenious. They're great.
Did you find that you as sneaky as we weren't like hellions, but like when we were growing up, we did some sneaky stuff that you thought like, oh, my kids will never outsmart me because I've done it all. And then did they surprise you at some point?
Not other than that one right there, but I think it's going to take actually them getting a little older in life to tell me what they've actually snuck around and done.
Yeah, it takes some time.
We're finally.
I didn't tell Mom until I was in my probably 20s, maybe 30s, about going and smoking her weed when I was like 8 years old. Me and
I never did that.
Our cousin Nick, we took like these spliffs to the park and just sat there, and these old ladies were walking around the track, and I remember just going, "This is so cool." I think I might have thrown up or something. I don't know. It was awful.
Yeah, that's what we're getting.
I can see you and Nick doing that.
Yeah, that's funny. Kristen and I are getting we're getting all the truth now. The boys, and you know what, we love it. The boys have really not hidden too much from us, particularly doing some illicit things and other things. And I was just like, well, I can't totally hold this against you. I
can't think of one instance. So we were on a trip. We went down to the BVI and stayed on a yacht for 4, 5, 6 days, something like that. And I thought I had these great kids I had raised. Aubrey was, I think, 17, and she's at home watching the other two, and everything's just going so copacetic, and we're not hearing, safe, and they're good. We get back, and it's like a couple months later, and I get this text message middle of the night, and it's from a number I don't know, and it's a video, and it's kind of distorted, and it's a video. I could tell this individual had come out my back porch, hopped over the rail, and then climbs the fence to the neighbor's pasture.
Oh, no.
And then they rode up to the road, and they get in this truck, and the voice, and I didn't know who it was until it was Aubrey. She said, "Let's fucking go." So I'm like, are you shitting me, you know?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
This may have been more than 2 or 3 months later after we done got back. You know?
And you're already planning your next trip because you know everything went so well, right? Yeah.
So I take this video in Aubrey's room and I start playing it, and I was like, "You know anything about this?" And she just starts just squalling. You know, her friend and her had gotten a little squabble, and her friend decided to rat her out. You know.
Oh
man.
No. Wait, that was her getting in a fight. She was like, "Let's fucking go." I'll tell her.
No. Her friend who got in an argument with her 2 months later said, "Your dad's gonna see this."
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, she snuck out, went to a party that night. And when she got in the truck, she was like so proud of herself for sneaking out. Yeah.
Oh man, so brilliant.
Man. Well, you know. Shit happens. Yeah. I mean, she survived. And to be clear, they are really great kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're fantastic kids. I just want to know, listen, because I'm just getting started on this, and I don't think we have these conversations enough. And I hope this episode starts more of me reaching out and asking, because like I'm dealing with tantrums. It just started. We just talked about this with the other dad, but your kids all probably went through it, I'm sure. Like, how did you keep your cool when you were just like, at the end of the day, you're tired, you're stressed out, you've been patient with them, and then you just like lose it. Like, what? Help me out here. How do I?
It's been harder to keep my cool the older they get than it was. I feel like Cantana may disagree when she hears this, but Bryce, man, I lose my shit on him like a lot because he does some dumb stuff. You know what I mean? But I love him to death, but he's all boy. Like, but I don't know. The biggest time I ever get mad at the girls is when they just want to sit there and bicker back and forth about some shirt.
Yes.
Like I tell them all the time, like, I will burn every piece of clothing you have. And I don't want to hear you argue over it. You know, it's stupid. Like, but I don't. I mean, of course. I mean, we whooped our kids. You know, we didn't beat the crap out of them, but we whooped them. I mean, I bet none of them's had a spanking since they were probably 6 or 8 years old. But, and then, you know, we weren't afraid to let them pitch their fit and not give them what they was asking for. You know, as soon as I feel like as soon as you give in, then they're gonna be like, okay, well, that's how I get it next time.
Exactly.
You know? And I don't know. We kind of a old school way of parenting, you know, and then trying to figure some of it out for ourselves, you know, and a new school way of doing it. But I don't know. I mean, I think there is some value in stern correction.
Yeah. It's getting easier and easier to be more like, just, you know what? Just cry it out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Right.
I'm not. You're crying because you want this thing that you can't have. Wah. I'm getting a little.
I think the worst thing we can do with our children or anybody in life is just try to pacify them.
Right.
You know? We just need to let them learn that that's not how you go about getting that, no matter what it is.
Yeah. And that's been a great theme that I think Pappy Hour has shared throughout, is being consistent, not using the easy button, and just going, all right, guess what? You're going to have to deal with this. You're going to be uncomfortable, and that is part of what life gives you. So discomfort is going to be real.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I have another one though, Luke. Just go ahead and get you another one before Stella gets to them. Let them fight about.
Yeah. I'm trying, but you know, it's a 2-person thing. So I gotta listen. I broke Lauren down for 1, so we'll see how number 2 goes. I didn't
mean like really gonna try to have another kid, but you know, you take your kid.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take care of it right now.
If you take Stella and put her around a child her age, and she's, you know, they got the whole, that's my toy.
Right.
But wait till it's simple, then it's really my toy. Yeah. It's like, I'm killing you over this toy, you know?
It is real.
I was here first.
Yeah, well, Nathan, I remember Nathan's when he's like, okay, Ryan's here. Ryan, we gave Nathan a toy just saying, hey, this is from Ryan. This is your baby brother giving you a gift. He goes, wow, so he's pretty cool. But then after about 2 weeks, he goes, okay, Ryan can go home to his mommy now.
Get out of here.
He's done. I was just,
Ben used to fight like hell.
Yeah.
You know that.
Oh, I know. Listen, yeah, I mean, but now here's the thing though. What gives me a lot of hope is that we did go through a lot of our years of like trying to figure out who we were and doing our own things. And we did fight a lot. But the older we've gotten, we still come together, and the relationship is honestly, and I've said this to Truman on his episode, that our relationship is better now than it has been in a long, long time. Yeah. And I'm really grateful for that, because I mean, family's family forever. And, you know, we're dealing with this thing right now with, I don't want to bring the podcast down, but, you know, we're dealing with this thing with our dad right now, and him needing a heart, and, it's tough. It makes me think every day about, you know, trying to make the most out of the time that I spend with Stella, not seizing the moments to pick up the phone and call you and talk to my brothers and sisters, because one day it just sneaks up on you, and then like your time starts to run out.
It's finite.
Yeah, I've kind of had this, and it's taken me till I was 41 to even figure out this is what I need to do. I'm not saying I've learned how to do it. Just this is what I need to do is shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, that's hard.
Because, I mean, you know me, I never have possessed that ability, regardless of the cost, you know. And so about 4 or 5 months ago, I was like, you know, it actually does help if you just shut up sometimes. Yeah, right. So I've been really trying to focus on to doing that more, you know. Not saying that I don't still have the same scruples I had 20 years ago, but
yeah, it comes with time. It comes with wisdom. I age, just like learning that, you know, sometimes the power is in the silence, in the listening, because sometimes younger people will just rattle on. As someone who has been given shit for their long prayers and long talks and stuff like that, when you're young, I think you feel like you gotta say all the things. And then when you get a little older, over time, hopefully we learn that like listening is really powerful.
Well, maybe I'll try and
someday you'll get there.
That.
Yeah, someday you'll get there.
58, I still haven't, but
I would say the biggest
getting there.
The biggest thing I feel like as a dad, and it kind of goes with just learning to shut up, but I never realized until probably 3 or 4 years ago that I always thought I'm the dad. I get to say what I want to, and you're the child. You have to listen to me. Yeah. I never took in consideration until about 3 or 4 years ago that kids have bad days too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes you just got to kind of yield to that. You know, I'm not saying they get to be disrespectful,
right?
But sometimes they have bad days too.
Yeah.
And they're kids. They're like trying to figure it out. I mean, you know, so I mean, the science of it, when they're really young, their brain's not developed, right? So their executive functioning is like, we have to be their executive function. We're doing it for them. But even with adults, like definitely with our kids, but even with adults, like everybody has fucking bad days, man. Like maybe you're tired, or you didn't eat enough, or you didn't get enough sleep, or whatever. And I worked at this middle school for a little while, and they had this thing on the wall that said, everybody is dealing with something that you have no idea about. Like, you know, so it doesn't mean like you excuse, like you said, like, if you're going to be a dick to me, like we're going to have a conversation. But
I do think what really stands out, though, is like you said, let's listen. Yeah. Because when you're listening, they don't want to know how you handled the same situation. They just want to vent, this is what's happening to me. Because you can just go, okay, so you're going to share your story. Great. You don't care about mine.
Yeah.
So, really that listening is massively critical.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
All right.
Well, man, thank
That's
you so
cool.
much for being on today. Taking
Yeah,
the
it was
time.
great.
That'd be great. Do you have any dad jokes?
How do you get a country girl's attention?
I don't know.
A tractor.
A tractor. That was just random. That
was
wasn't
totally
that had
random.
nothing to do with because you live in the South.
That's so funny.
Adam, thanks, man.
Yeah, Adam, that
for
was
doing
great.
this.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. I'll let you know. I'll send this for your approval so you can cut or don't cut whatever you want.
I don't care, man.
All right, man. I love
All right,
you.
brother.
I enjoy the rest
Cheers.
of your day.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Take care.
You only get one spin around this rock. You only have so many days until it stops. And how you show up for your kids, well, that's your superpower. You might not know it now, but this is your Pappy Hour. Pappy Hour, let's talk it out. Talk it out. What's it like? What's life all about? Well, Pappy Hour, say your piece. Laugh at yourself, slap your knee. Pull up a chair, it's time for